hopefully yesterday you were able to paint a couple of your shapes. Today we're going to paint a couple more. Now, if you have a shape from any day that you look at now that it's dry and you feel like it's really streaky looking, something you can do to fix that problem is to add a second layer, a thin layer of color over the top. So once again, my color scheme is analogous. I'm using red, violet, red, and red, orange. So I'm going to wake up my red, orange with some water. I would suggest that you make your color in your lid, like I said in the last video. That will help keep you from picking up a color that's way too dark by picking up directly out of the paint tray paints. It also will help keep you from having to stop halfway through a shape to make color. So I've got plenty of water mixed with my shape, and I'm going to add another layer to this one right here. I'm going to go a different direction. So yesterday I painted this one this direction. So today I'm going to paint the opposite way. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to paint thin layers, moving relatively quickly. Each time I go back for more paint, I will try to paint over the area that I just left. Like I'll go back over like that to help kind of blend it all together. I am barely touching the paper also. I notice that a lot of people press really hard and bend the bristles backwards. You do not need to do that. Now, yesterday I suggested to paint two shapes that are not touching. Today, I would suggest the same. Paint two shapes that are not touching so that you don't end up with wet on wet mixing issues. So today I am painting over one that I already had painted once. And then I'm gonna go paint a second shape. And I think I'm gonna pick one that is not touching the one I'm currently working on, because this one is wet. All right, so now I'm gonna go work on this one. I'm gonna pick up my color that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use more of this red orange because I've already made it, I'm almost out, and I only have to fill in a small shape here for this one. So I'm gonna turn my paper so that it's close to the paint so I don't accidentally drip things. And I'm gonna fill in my shape. Always paint in thin layers. Try not to make it too dark, because if you need to go back over it, that's real easy to do with a thin layer of color. Much more difficult with a layer of color that's super dark. All right, so there is my next shape. Today I would suggest that you paint 2 or 3 more shapes. For now, keep working on shapes that are not touching one another. This shape is dry because I painted it yesterday, and so that's why I was able to put this one over the top. And now in between, you can see that it makes a whole new color because of the layering, which is fun. Have fun today.